Hello everybody, how are you? I am well, this is Heather Alexandra, and today we are playing Rive. This is a game by Two Tribes. They are a Dutch developer. You might know them from the Toki series, and this is actually their last game before they are shutting down their studio, which is kind of a bummer, but here it is. So look at that right there. I want to point out speedrun, one word. Video games is two words. That's a journalism thing. But we're going to start off. This is a really fun game. The only thing that I don't like is actually one of the first things that we're introduced to. This dude, he talks all the time. And the way he talks reminds me of the way my old boss at a studio used to voice games for our demos. And I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm jumping back there. But this game is nothing like those demos. This game has a lot going on for it. There's that fellow with his crazy little chompy cigar and his beard. We are in an asteroid field. This is an intense game. It ends up going really fast. It ends up being a little exploratory. Okay, here we go. So it starts off and we're shooting like all these asteroids, which is pretty great. And so I really thought, because I've played the game a little bit to get a sense for it, I thought that maybe this could be it, and that would totally have been enough for me. Like, just some really fun side-scroller shooter stuff. Not quite R-Type or anything like that, but like just still really fun and really frantic. And I think the game puts an amazing foot forward with this segment. There's like super fun music, and you just get to shoot everything. It explodes. Shooting in this game is so satisfying. So it's a two-stick shooter. I'm using my right stick for shooting, and then I'm navigating with the left stick. And it's such a simple thing, the way that this game handles itself and presents itself, but I really enjoy it. There's a sensibility here. This feels like something I would play in a store from the PlayStation 3. I'm going to shoot that robot, because why not? And I think we're probably going to shoot the robot again, just because I feel like a jerk. Yeah, we're going to shoot the robot again. Yeah, go away, robot. It comes back with a shield. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I can't get it. Oh, I think I got a little bit of points there for it, though. Okay, so you have basically these two modes. You have modes when you're in gravity and modes when you are not. And sort of the modes with gravity, they feel a lot like just like a fun side-scroller. It's not quite Metroid in the sense that you're doing a lot of going back, but I mean, like, look at that. They're just rushing at you down the hallway, and you have to be quick on your toes. You take a lot of damage from enemies, even from just stray little shots like what those guys would have hit me with. And so you just kind of go around, and you have to explore. And again, that guy is talking. He's my least favorite thing about the game. He used the word dingas, who I don't remember anybody using that word anymore. Oh, fireworks. How very Mario. So the first mission's super simple. We're going to go forward a little bit into the second mission, which is has some more exploration, which is really fun. But for now, I'm curious to see what my rank on the leaderboard is. My global rank is 22. I dare you all to beat it. It shouldn't be hard. I'm not playing super well. I think a lot of you could probably beat that. So yeah, now this becomes a lot more like full of exploration and weapon upgrades and like teleport stations. It's, like I said, not quite Metroid or Metroidvania, but it definitely has a nice little sense of exploration to it. Enough that I was pleasantly surprised with the change. I think the opening sequence is amazing and fun, but there's also like moving around a dark spaceship. In any context, I love moving around dark spaceships in games. My favorite dark spaceship game, even though that's not what the genre is Dead Space. I freaking love Dead Space. I love shooting off necromorph legs. Anytime I'm in a dark spaceship, I think about that. It's always a fun setting. I just took a big rocket add-on, so let's shoot it all at these guys. So that's pretty good. It's not it's not quite Macross missile level, but we'll do okay there. I said levo. I guess playing this game is making me go back to my childhood a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, gosh. Do we got it? I think we do.
A bunch of lasers is not a security system.
See, this fella is talking a little too much. And I'm sure some of you are saying, Heather, you talk all the time. And my answer is yes, you are right, but
Awesome.
I'm also not a weird, mustached, like, space trucker. I'm like
See what this
a
does.
nice person and not like chomping a cigar. Imagine if I did a Let's Play and I was just like, let's go over here, let's do all the things. I don't know if you would like it very much. I think you would much prefer something with a little more energy and not as much
Let's go let the
weird feelings. So yeah, like now you go into scenes without gravity again, but it's not always the side-scrolly fast action. It's like, okay, now we need to explore again. In many ways, it reminds me of what Headlander recently did, where there are sequences where you take over bodies, and then there are also sequences where you're kind of moving your head through pipes, except here, like, there's a lot more stuff to shoot at. It has a nice, real fun arcade feel. Arcade, really hard thing to quantify. Points. When I think of arcade, I think points. When I think of arcade, I think a faster pace. I think power-ups and pickups. So there's a health icon here, kind of being blocked, but I'm going to pick that up. That's what I think of a lot. Right? It's this sort of arcade sensibilities are sensibilities that are built around sort of maximizing and incentivizing, like, fast and furious play, and like skilled play, because arcades, like the reason why arcade games were so hard is because they were meant to eat up your quarters. And I think Rive is a pretty hard game at some points. It likes to surprise you with enemies. It likes to surprise you with like insta-death barriers and all sorts of stuff. So you have to be a little careful, which makes me very, very interested, because there's also like a single life mode. And I would love to see how far I would get in that. Probably not far, but at least it's there. I like the idea that there are different modes in this game that incentivize sort of different ways to approach things, either to try and get through it fastest or try and kind of do a survival run or anything.
That's pretty useful.
So now we have a cool ability. We can hack these little health droids, health bots,
Thank you,
nurse drone,
You're my
and oh shit, that just like ran into me and scared me. But here's the good part about having the nurse drone is that they just follow you around and give you health. They can be injured and destroyed, so you have to be a little careful, which is nuts when there's all of these crazy, oh god, all of these crazy drones and droids that are running at you. That's what I mean when I say that this game really likes to toss stuff at you. Right now it's not a lot of enemies that are like shooting at me with lasers. I'm not doing some weird pseudo bullet hell. I'm having trouble because I'm talking. I am dealing with stuff that just like runs right at me, and I kind of like, there's a nice bit of tension to that, but also like, oh my gosh, nurse droid, please help me. Because it's pretty fast, and also, crap, let's go, no, why am I shooting? No, jump, oh, oh, death by laser. So that's what I mean when I say that there's all of these sort of really harsh environmental hazards too. It's like, oh crap, I didn't know about that, I have to run past all of these enemies as well. I lost my super nice health droid, and now you're just sort of stuck here for a minute, which is a kind of a fun scenario. I like the game sort of reshifting and recontextualizing like different actions. I should probably be jumping to avoid those missiles. I'm a games journalist, not a games master like Lucas from The Wizard. He had the power glove. It was so bad. Oh shit, there it is again. I wasn't expecting it to come back. So you're seeing that I'm exploding a lot. I just almost ran into the thing again, but now we can just get the hell out of here, because we know what's going on. If that was a one life mode, I would have been dead ages ago. Instead, I get to hop down here with all of these friggin' things. Oh my gosh. Let's use some of those missiles we have. That's much better. And then this, I get to crawl in here like I'm using a morph ball, but I'm not using a morph ball. But again, this game is also really fun with its space, so I get to float around space, and then like I get to jump through sort of wide spaces with hazards, and then I have to deal with like open areas where enemies are going to sort of fly at me, and I think that's really fun. I'm doing a terrible job with everything, and no doubt plenty of people will tell me I did a terrible job, but it's still super fun because the game keeps on finding different ways to like put you in space that kind of has different rules or different challenges. Like now, like as I'm doing this progressively, like the speed at which those enemies were coming at me were going like faster and faster, and I can't just like bust out of that room. I have to sit there and I have to like face the challenge. Here it's a lot of platforming, and then I have to deal with this stuff where it's, again, I have to go into platforming and then into a space like this. This is pretty intense, and I think once we're through here, I think that's where we'll end it today. But you can see the game just keeps on going and going and building, and I really appreciate that about this title. It's a nice downloadable title. I think people who are really great with shooters are going to have a fun time with it. So I'm going to run away from, oh my gosh, these crazy things, and I will see you around as I keep exploring. I hope you had a great time. I will see you around. Bye!